Good morning, everyone. So I've known that we've been sitting here for quite a while, so should we do a little exercise? So can everyone please stomp your feet? Okay, one more time, stomp your feet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. That is how Stepnergy going to generate electricity. But first, the problems. Even though renewable energy is rising, we still see an unsustainable energy usage in buildings. 90% of buildings in Vietnam are reliant on national electricity grid, and 73% of electricity generation in Vietnam comes from coal and gas. Meanwhile, a quarter of global CO2 emissions are from energy-intensive buildings. So where is the renewable energy we need to fix this problem? Renewable energy development is facing barriers such as geographical constraints, land and space requirements, land use conflicts, as well as destruction of equipment due to severe weather events. But there is a solution. Stepnergy. It is an equipment that converts kinetic energy from human footsteps into renewable energy. Our vision is to pursue affordable and clean energy as well as enact climate actions. Our main missions are to engage and educate people about sustainable energy, mitigate greenhouse gas emissions, and utilize existing resources effectively. So what is our magic technology here? With our kinetic ties, we use piezoelectric sensor to convert the mechanical pressure from human footsteps, and then we would change it into electrical energy. And the energy generated can be used for lighting and charging. And meanwhile, we will have real-time data on energy generation and step count. It will be transferred to our database to monitor the product effectiveness. So imagine in shopping malls, aerobic classes, gyms, and children's playground where we have bustling activity every day. Stepnergy can capture the energy of thousands of footsteps every day. So our target customers are building and infrastructure owners. Let's look at some of our impact metrics. At a crowded shopping mall with a children's playground, in approximately 2 hours, the children's footsteps can generate about 2,160 kilowatt-hour of energy, thus saving more than 6 million Vietnam dong and reduce 1,836 kilograms of CO2 emission. With our product's life cycle of 15 years, it could save this playground a total of more than 36 billion Vietnam dong and reduce more than 9,000 tons of carbon dioxide emission. So our values, clearly, it is energy efficiency. We also foster society engagement as people will become the energy producers themselves. As such, it will promote health and well-being. So let's look at the competitive advantages of Stepnergy. It can be easily integrated with less space required, intuitive learning about sustainability, and branding and business opportunities. The market opportunity for kinetic ties is estimated to reach $44 million in 2031 with a CAGR rate of 4.5% from 2022 to 2031. So in Ho Chi Minh City alone, Stepnergy can be implemented in more than 1,000 schools, malls, and public spaces. Some main events of our execution plan include prototype development, commercialization, and recruiting human resources. After that, we will sell the products and we will expand our business by boosting shareholders. Here are some of our market strategies. We have online marketing where we will host engaging campaigns and collab with influencers to reach out to more people. And then we will have community-based marketing where we will have, through science fairs and conferences, we will directly engage with the people. And our main source of revenue income will come from the sale and installation of the kinetic ties, which is at 84%, And then the rest of our revenue will come from maintenance and licensing technology. And our cost is mainly R&D, materials development, personnel, marketing, sales, and others. And with this revenue and cost projection, we aim to break even after 5 years and start to generate profit from 2028 onwards. And we will aim to deploy, sell to more than 500 customers, and as well as improve our product electricity conversion of at least 20%. And here are our prototypes. These prototypes are designed so that they can minimize the energy loss and material waste, one with the triangular and one with the square shapes. And our products can be deployed on the dancing floors and public spaces where people can just have fun, do their things every day, and they will be producing energy. So our team is still very new. We actually just met a month ago through another program by New Energy Nexus. Yeah. So when we heard about this pitching, we thought, okay, maybe we can try. And so that's why we are here today. And thank you. And let's join the movement and become energy producers with us. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. It was really fun. Have you already developed the product, or what's the current status of product development or technology development?
Pardon me, can you repeat the questions?
Yeah, what's the current status of product development? Have we started development of the product already, or we just have an idea?
So on behalf of the team, I would like to elaborate on the detail. So currently, piezoelectricity is not a very new or latest technology, but currently we are seeing the potentials in Vietnam. So we are having an ideations, and we can already see the cost concursions of the first model to be $5,700 per tie. But now, after some years, it's only $318 per tie for now. And we're trying to localize the production in Vietnam. So we could be the pilot pioneer in this Stepnergy.
We are not developing the core technology. We are adapting the technology developed by other.
We are actually trying to develop the model that localized for the production in Vietnam.
First of all, congratulations on teams. You know, it's a very fascinating ideas, and most important, we have all females founders here, which I think is really amazing. And what we have been doing, and we hopefully we have more female founders in Vietnam, which is great. My question is about the safety. First of all, it's just it's still in ideation phase. So when I step on a plat like that, and then I walk around it, and then do all kind of activities on it, and it's actually generated electricity. Should I feel worried about my safety when I do that?
As you can see our demonstrations, or you can see in the pictures here, it's just like the normal tiles on the pavement. So imagine that you're running in the park, you're jogging on the street or in the walking area. They're mostly just like a normal tile. When you step on it, you will see a little pressures down, and you can actually contributing to clean energy productions already. And there are also piezoelectricity effect. So it's mostly the work is under layer down there after the layer of the kinetic tile. So the safety, of course, is this high proficiency.
This sounds like all really good. Are there actual case studies of this working in other places? So the edge here is that you guys essentially want to be the first mover in Vietnam. That's how I see it, which is great. If you could do that and you can dominate the market, wonderful. But like in the US or in China, has anyone actually been able to commercialize this at a large scale? Do we have any examples?
First of all, for the first our case study was started in Europe. because like this, most of the piezoelectricity was pioneered in Europe at first, in a country like Denmark or Switzerland or Sweden. And here we are already seeing the potential in Vietnam market, because in the next year, metro will be opening. And for the 2028, when the Decree 45 and Decree number 156 kick in, that means the carbon credit will start to flow with the market. And that's when we produce clean energy, we get carbon credit. And that carbon credit will also have funding our innovation as well. So it's like a long-term goal.
Okay, so my other question would be, let's say I own a 30 square meter space where there's a lot of foot traffic.
Yes.
Today in Vietnam, can I get a supplier, and how much would it cost to fill that 30 square meter?
For the current cost, as I answered in the previous question, it will be around $318 per tile. But of course, the cost will be minimized and reduced in the future when we come into localized production in Vietnam. So that's why we are working very hard on researching for and seeking for the partner of the manufacturer in Vietnam.
Is there anyone providing it right now in Vietnam?
We haven't found a direct manufacturer factory, but we are working with the mentor in retrofitting area and in architectures. And we are trying to find the electrical engineer for the team next month.
So my question though is not for you guys, but like, let's say your competitor or someone out there. Is there anyone right now in Vietnam selling this?
For now, as we already searched for the whole market, we haven't seen any other initiative trying to develop on piezoelectricity. It's maybe because of the limited of the technology to be improvised in Vietnam. So that's why we are trying to do a pioneer research on this to apply in Ho Chi Minh City.
Hello, team. I love your idea. It's very interesting. I just have two questions. So the first one would be about the electricity generated, right? So in peak hours, a lot of people will step on those tides. So how can you capture and storage the generated electricity at that time by any forms of batteries or something? I just want to know more about that, especially in peak hours. So you can actually release in off-peak hours for other devices. The second question would be, because your main customers, clients, right, are infrastructure owners, so you probably need to work with both private and public sector as well. So what are your plans to deal with local authorities or big buildings in Ho Chi Minh City to convince them to implement your product?
Thank you for your questions, very direct. So as you can see here, we're having the convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. So we have two kinds of electricity, the DC to apply directly to charging station, where you can actually just walk some step and then you can charge your phone right there. So it's for convenient at the public area. And for the AC, with 20% loss of in energy, we convert it into the batteries. As you can see that batteries right now is one of the problems to store the energies for renewable energy source. So we actually were kind of fascinated by what Autono just presented, and there could be a collaboration in the future as well. But we understand that for the whole life cycle of the battery, we should prefer the new technology to adapt to this. Instead of using the lithium, where we're going to have hazardous electric waste in the future. And for the second question, currently we are the part of the next generations of energy. So with 20 mentors something, and those who are working for the government, we are already getting recommendation from them already. And when we finish the program, we can actually get some recommendation letter to install and to do some marketing at the metro as well, and also in other public areas.
That's cool. I heard that New Energy Nexus is launching the funding climate tech startup this year, but they're gonna delay next year. So hopefully to see you in other events and competition as well. Yeah.
Thank you very much.